going on, everyone, and welcome to today's video. We are doing a bow build on this brand new V331, and this is like the BEEREAL 31, black and yellow. I made some like BEEREAL bows in the past, and I really think this is gonna be it for the V3. And this bow is gonna be my tinkerer bow. Hoping to do a lot of shooting with it, messing around. I probably won't end up hunting with this bow. Maybe we'll give this bow away down the road. I don't know. But we're gonna get it set up today, get it shooting, and kind of see how it shoots. Haven't shot the 31 version in a little while. I've been shooting my 27 a ton. So see how it goes. That is flat. That's funny. That was not like that. Look at this. Okay, fun fact is a lot of people think that when Matthews does a proving ground video and like how they send bows out ahead of time, that nothing actually happens, nothing actually changes in the bows from when they go into full development. But that's not true, actually. And this is just by chance. I don't know if more people talked about it or not, but this is my proving ground V3, which is in retirement now. But right here on the lower mounting hole, I'm explaining this badly. On the sidebar adjustment, this has a flat mounting surface. So on this one, when you mount it, it lines up 100% flat. Well, on this one, you can see, let me spin this around. You can see it doesn't line up flat. There's this little bump right here. And I was just like, hey, is there any way we could just like make that level and flat so that the shrewd mount can go line up right against it? And they did that. So kind of funny, one little simple thing, but until you actually go out in the field and test it and shoot it and set bows up, little things like that you don't think about. And that is one cool thing that Matthews does, is the proving grounds instead of just sending it right to market. Alright, so we're putting on the Ultra Rest Integrate MX. A lot of people are wondering why I've been shooting like Hamsky, QAD, going back and forth. Well, this QAD system is just so dang easy to work on with these Matthews. Like if you guys watch the 34 bow build, I literally set it up and the first arrow was a bullet hole and I did not touch it. And we watched it even in slow-mo afterwards, and it was just like bullets, laser beams down there. Matthews has like a pre-etched little marker. All you do is line the QAD arrow up with it 100%, and it gets you pretty dang close. Like I'm gonna see how close we can get it without having to move the rest, hopefully, when we paper tune. All right, here was our two beautiful holes out of our 34. Let's see if I did as good of a job this time. I did everything exactly the same, so it should be close. Should be real close. All right, not quite. We got a little bit of a right tear. So what I might do this time is actually probably gonna swap the top hats on the bottom this time, because I know my rest is dead center in the middle, and that's really close. Like, we should probably shoot it one more time. Shoot it one more time for a little farther away. Yeah, that's not bad at all. We can fix that. So I'm gonna swap the top hats. Just like that, super easy. You do need a bow press to do this. You cannot do this if you don't have a bow press. You can't really, I guess you could maybe do this if you had like one of those quick bow presses, but I wouldn't do it. It'd be pretty sketch. And I've done some sketchy things. So let's do this with bows, I should say. So you need 2 little tiny Allen wrenches. This is one thing I wish that they did, was had some bigger Allen wrenches. Okay, so the one side is just to keep it in place, because it's a rod in the center and there's like 2 screws on each side to keep it in place. So you don't want to lose those. There's this little washer on the end. Don't want to lose that either. And then you take an Allen wrench, take an Allen wrench, and there's a little lip on the end, and you take an oversized Allen wrench, so it's like bigger than the axle hole. You just kind of bump it right out, and I'll just pull it out, but just bump it right out, and boom, there's your axle right there. So you don't want to lose that either. Pull your Allen wrench out, and then your cam slides down, and just kind of keep it right there. That's why a bow press is so important. So now all you do is, okay, big one's on the right. There's another little lip right here, and you just take your Allen wrench and tap it. It slides right out. So this little part section, this lip, is the spacer. So why Matthews is really awesome is, instead of messing around with little tiny spacers, this is called a top hat, and you put it in each inner side, and there's different spacers, and you do that to mess with your left and right adjustment of your string. Super neat little tool that not a lot of people mess with, but it's a great tuning tool. So all I'm doing, there was a skinny one on the left, a fat one on the right, so I'm just gonna switch them essentially, and I'm gonna bump, that's gonna bump the cam to the right, which I think will help with my right tear. I always get the mind game messed up when dealing with this, so sometimes it takes a couple times. Just kind of gotta line it up in there. Give it a couple of love taps with a screwdriver. And you see I just shoved it in the opposite way that I put it in. It really doesn't matter which way. It does have like yellow Loctite on this, so if you're worried about these ever backing out, you could always replace with a little, or put some fresh Loctite on that. And these screws, you do not want to tighten down super hard. Like, I never change them from this position, like the long position, and all I'll do is just finger tight those down. And that's it. We just bumped our string alignment slightly to the right. And you can do them the same. You can do one, you can not do the other. There's no wrong way to do it. You could change them, mess them all around, and you'd be fine. So let's see where that puts us. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. We're gonna take a step back. Nice. That's really close. Really, really close. But we are gonna bump the rest. We're gonna bump the rest slightly to the left and shoot one more time. There we go. I might still have a little bit of a right there. Yeah, just a smudge. I'm gonna do a couple more clicks. That looks pretty dang good. I'm using this paper that's a little bit thicker than I'm liking. So what I've been doing every now and again is getting a finer piece of paper, like wax paper, and you can see every little thing. Like that's a bullet hole, but if you were being really nitty gritty, you can maybe get that a little bit cleaner, but you really wouldn't be able to tell if you had a lighted knock and shot at 100. You really wouldn't see anything in it. Let's get a weight on this real quick. This came straight from factory. 75-pound limbs, but they always run a little high, but it's 76. Yep, 76.3. So that's good. I'm gonna leave this one just like this, but we're gonna go run inside and eat dinner, and then we're gonna come back out. The wind's gonna die down a little bit. We're gonna shoot this thing and see what it can do. All right, welcome back, everyone. I'm really excited to shoot because it's a super calm day. Just inside, I got my left and rights. You can get your left and rights aiming at a very close target, because no matter if you're 5 yards or 100 yards, your left and rights you can get it dialed in. It just shows more at longer distances. But we are at about 30 yards right here, and I'm hoping we can walk back. I'm hoping to get maybe 80 or something with this setup and see what type of groups we can get. Nice. The V3, it's after shooting the TRX 34, which I'm very impressed by that bow, but this bow is just a true hunting bow. It's quieter, it's a little bit faster, I can tell. Ooh, we could shoot it through the crown now before we're done. It is a little bit shorter axle than 34, but it's got that long axle feel because of the giant cams. But I'm not going to talk much about the V3 because I've already done a ton of videos on it. It's a killer bow. We're just going to shoot it. So I'm going to walk back. Shot a little high, so we should be good. Nice. Nice. This bow might be over 300 feet per second. That's really fast. I didn't have to move it very far. But let's go pull them and then try to squeeze back here and get to 80 and just see what type of groups we can get. I'm holding really steady on the target, so I think this thing is going to be a pretty good shooter. So it's that building then. Okay, so it is 80 yards. And that last one, I'm actually super impressed with that last one. All four were in a group about like that. So we're gonna shoot one more time. It's getting dark on us. But this bow so far, set up, it's been super good. I'm super impressed with that grouping at 80. And how it's holding and shooting makes me feel like I can do a little bit better, especially putting some time behind this bow, breaking it in a little bit. It'll definitely be a shooter in no time. All right, everyone, not a bad group, 80 yards. These three, for sure a good group. Maybe my sight's a little low. This one, kind of felt that one was shanked out to the left, but This is like my 5th end, I think. 4th or 5th end, couple ends getting sighted in, but off to a really good start. V3 31 definitely is a shooter. And I know I talked about like the 27 is such like a compact whitetail saddle hunter tree stand bow. If you're under like that 29.5 inch draw, it's like money, and it still shoots super good long distance. And 34 is kind of like that if you're a long draw hybrid type hunter. But this one, if your draw length is anywhere from 27.5 and up, and you like to target shoot, you like to hunt, or you just like a longer axle bow, you really can't go wrong with this one. It's definitely going to be my tinkerer and my fun shooting bow this summer. Probably will take it to a Total Archery Challenge. So we'll just get dialed a little bit in the next few weeks, and she'll be good to go. Get a sight tape that actually works, and flexion the arrows, and literally probably won't touch anything on this bow. Just run it exactly how it is. So thank you all for watching so much. I appreciate every single one of you. If you want a hat, we got a bunch of new hats in stock, and most of them are in stock. Check them out at BEEREALmerch.com. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, and we will talk to you guys next time.